It's another wonderful exercise for your quadriceps, your hamstrings, and the gluteal muscles is a basic squat. And that's an important exercise because really we should have this type of exercise for everyday life. If you're going to pick something up, you're doing a squat. At least you should be. Some people pick things up incorrectly. So it's a very important basic exercise to learn. And a good way to teach somebody is you can just use a normal common chair. And for most people, they can set their legs up so they're just about shoulder width or just slightly wider than shoulder width. My toes will be slightly angled out, not exaggerated out, not in, just a slight angle out. Another thing that's very important, you'll notice there's a relationship with my knees. It forms a box, okay, between my 2 feet and knees. It's important my knees are not going to squeeze in or not push outside of my toes. See, it forms a box. And so here's how the exercise looks like. If you can, even a common broomstick works well. Some people have a problem with their shoulder, they don't have the flexibility, but this bar can go onto the trapezius. Be careful, not on the neck, on the trapezius. And maintaining the spine neutral, the person will lean forward. As I lean forward, I'm able to shift the weight over my feet. If I lean back, now my weight is outside of my feet and I'm going to fall backwards. So the idea, you do not want to roll too forward, but you want to lean forward from the hips so that the weight is over my feet. Now I can press my feet into the floor. Again, exhale on effort, pause at the top. Notice my knees are not going to hyperextension. Just in this position, nice and tall. Inhale, hips down and back, barely touch, and pause. So with the chair squat, we're not looking to sit and stand, but lower the hips, barely touch, and pause. What I found with most people in teaching a squat, many people have a tendency to roll the hips forward in this position. And one of the ways I find very helpful to correct that is with a stick. The stick can go down so that it's touching the lower portion of the back, hips, and head. See, now I'm able to stay in perfect position now. This reminds me to stay in excellent position. Hips down, and up. Air in, pause, and up. And that teaches me, because if I get out of position, look what happens if I get out of position now. See how that stick comes away from my lower back? So the stick enables me and teaches me to stay in good position. So eventually, when it becomes natural, you will not need a chair. The bar can come here and pause. You'll find some people have very long femur bones compared to their upper body. People with a long upper leg will need to use a slightly wider stance in order to maintain balance. People with shorter legs will be able to use a more narrow stance. Okay, when I'm lowering, my knees do not come in front of my toes, within range. But that is a wonderful exercise, and it's called a squat.